Excuse me. Hello? 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 Hi, welcome. Hi, Sasquatch lover. It's good to see you again. Alright. So, I'm back. It is once again Monday, which means I am streaming. And we're going to be doing the same thing we did last stream. And that would be modeling and implementing mons, Fakemon into Minecraft. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna start out doing. And if you didn't watch the last stream, basically, I have a short on YouTube about it, so go watch that. It'll get you up to speed on Hi Mouse. It'll get you up to speed on basically what's going down in today's stream, as well as last stream. But if you don't want to watch that, basically, Cobblemon mod exists, and I'm making Fakemon for it, and adding them in myself, so that's gonna be fun. And currently we're in the phase of just adding existing, or taking mons that I've already made and kind of just fleshing them out to be up to date with Cobblemon's latest update. So that's what we're gonna do today, and it's gonna be fun, and we are going to be just chilling while we're doing that. So without further ado, yo, alright, let me, oh, hi, let me just, there we go. I'll move myself down here. Hi, Milk Fox. How are you? All right. And I'm proud to say that I've added a little thing, because last stream I mentioned showing the code, and I wanted to do it in a way that wasn't full screen but also wasn't super obtrusive. So we have the code right here above my head, and you can see me type in it whenever I type in it, and I'll just be editing it up there whenever I'm okay. How about yourself? I'm doing great. It's my second time doing this kind of multi-stream thing, so I'm kind of getting the hang of it. But other than that, I'm doing well. I just ate. I got my water, and I'm ready to start. I'm ready to have a chill stream today. Now, I've got a list of goals that I prepared for myself for this stream, and it includes a few things. So the first thing is we want to, hold on, let me grab block bench. There we go. And we basically want to make a status attack animation for this guy, because we didn't do that last stream because I didn't know what a status attack was. But now I do. I did my research, so we're going to do that. And then I also want to fix his blinking animation, because I also gave him a new blinking, and I gave him a new blinky eyelid last week, but his blink animation it's kind of aggressive the way it is, so I'm going to use the mellower version of his eyelids. And then we are going to go ahead and fully implement all of this stuff into the game using the coding window, this thing. And then we're going to, if we have time, we're going to try and get another Pokemon fully implemented. Well, fully updated, because he's already implemented, but you know what I mean. So without further ado, I'm going to fix this animation, because it's going to be super easy, and it'll take literally like 5 minutes max. So we take the two eyelids, we take these, and then we copy that, and then we paste it here. Hello. Copy. Paste. And it's okay. You know what? I'm not gonna copy paste this. I'm just gonna do that. Doot doot. We're gonna take a sleepy eyelid. Just like that. And then copy it. Paste there. Just like that. And then on the other side, we're gonna take this guy. Do a little bit of that. And this is blinking animation. Now it looks jank in here because this is just the part of the animation where his eyes are closed, and then it opens on the last frame, so it like transitions back to being open in his regular animation smoothly. Anyway, that's one thing off the checklist, and it is one of the things I wanted to get done like first. Next we're gonna do the status animation, because last stream we made this physical attack animation and we made this special attack animation. So we're gonna do the status. Cat Fakemon when? I don't know. I'd have to look at my list, because I have a very big spreadsheet of Fakemon that I'm planning to get done at some point. But I can guarantee there is at least one cat Fakemon planned. Alright, so plan for this guy is I'm gonna make him kinda, let's see, I'll map out his basic animations with just linear key points like I did last time. Basically how it's gonna work is he's gonna kinda get up on two legs. Oh, wrong one. He's gonna get up on two legs like a little bit, and then he'll go back down and kinda like go, ah, you know? And then I'll return to this position, because this is his like battle. This is his battle idle animation. With that being said, we kind of just, and we've learned from last stream that we have to exaggerate stuff. So we're just gonna kind of do that. And then because we need to make sure his legs stay in relatively the same spot, so that looks almost good. I need these two legs, and we are gonna go ahead and go here, rotate them back so that they are flat on the ground. Does that look flat on the ground? Let's see, 25. These are not numbers behind me. Okay. We're just gonna guesstimate that that's about good. Like so. Now when he stands up, it's gonna be a little jank, but we need to make sure that those legs kind of just don't move. And I don't know if there's a better way to do this, because to be honest with you, before this project I've never modeled anything or animated anything ever, so this is the way I do it, and it's not great, but it works, so I'm gonna keep doing it this way. So the legs need to go back a tiny bit and down a tiny bit, like, oops. Okay, that's too far down, apparently. Oh yeah, and I should mention, he does start out floating because of an oversight, which is fine, but you know, his legs are kind of off the ground. But no one knows about that, so, well, now everybody knows about that, but you're not going to notice it in game because he's kind of just sat on the ground anyway, so doesn't really matter. You see how the back legs kind of wiggle? That's kind of something that I've never really found out how to deal with. But I'm not gonna worry about it because it kind of just, in the grand scheme of things, you're not really gonna notice it unless you're really paying attention. So he's gonna go up, and then his head. Where's his head? Here's his head. I don't know why it's minimized, but his head's gonna go, and maybe like a little. Alright. And then it'll go down. Nope. This. Whoop. Same with this animation. It'll go kind of down, and the legs are gonna do. Also, I should mention, I thought up this animation, like this kind of pose, around about maybe an hour ago, because I had no idea what I was gonna do for this until then. Four, I think it was. Nope, it was 3. It was. That's good. Maybe not actually. He goes up and then he goes down. Yeah, I shouldn't be editing this yet. I should fix the body location to be a little more down. Right? Yeah, that's not great. Yeah, it's weird. It's gonna look weird, but you know what? And the main reason why, if you're curious of why it's so jank, is because his body's kind of angled at a weird angle, and that messes up all the rotation coordinates. Because I did it wrong when I originally made this, but we're dealing with it, so it's fine. Now I'm gonna move these up. Kind of rotate them a little bit. See, now that's better, and it's like uniform. Excuse me. So it goes up, down. I think the up, though, he's gonna like copy those positions, and then he's gonna kind of like that, and then so he'll go, and then when it's down, $25.80. Okay, these coordinates are so bad. I don't understand how they're that bad, but you know what? Something like that'll work. And I'm realizing that I'm putting these on the wrong keyframes now. Whoop. That's better. And the head's gonna go up too, kind of like that, kind of. So whoop, down, and then obviously it's gonna return to the start at the end. But I want him to kind of bounce back up again. Just not as much. So he'll go down. Maybe like that much. Three, there we go. And like that. His legs can move the same amount. I don't really care about that. So something like this. And I will move all this over just so that I can have a more... So like this. And he yells and he goes back to normal. You can kind of see the vision here that we're going for. Just we need to smooth it out now. Alright. Starting with the body. What happens if I just smooth interpolate? It kinda doesn't look that great, huh? What happens if I smooth interpolate all of them? That's honestly better than I thought it would be. Like, so I'm gonna move these back a little. And I'm gonna turn these into busier. Well, not all of them. I'm gonna turn the body into busier. And maybe the head as well. That's not what I meant. There we go. And we're gonna look at the body animation. And these hideous lines. So... we're gonna need all these to be busier. Okay. Did I make this a looping animation? Am I dumb? Loop mode. This needs to play once. I don't know why. I don't know why the status one was a loop and the other one weren't. And then we're gonna do the same for position. We'll try our best to just kind of line up the points as they are. So it's... see, that kind of works. And then we take this, we kind of squish this back. We'll make these busier too, I guess. Whoop. You know? And we will not do that. Why? Busier. Just make everything busier. You know what? Make everything busier. All of it. That's not what I meant to do. Okay. We kind of just adjust these, you know what I mean? And yes, before you ask, I am eyeballing this. I'm not like... Okay, the body... The rotation is too sudden on the body, I think. For this second one. Yeah, this. Maybe if I do something like that. This, I think, yeah, that's definitely better if this is extended like that. With that kind of, it fades, like exponentially goes down at the bottom. I think that's what we're looking for. Something like that. Yell. And then I also want to do... Okay, so I'm noticing something. His legs are in the ground here. So instead of fixing it the sensible way, we're gonna do this. Just kidding, actually. Did that actually do anything? Maybe it's red. No. Okay. What if I just like... That actually... It's not gonna be pretty, but... Oh wait, actually... You see how it stays above his, There's a difference here. Where it goes... This leg continues down and that leg keeps going. Maybe there's something to this, honestly. If I just, like... Okay, maybe not that much. It's gonna be hideous if I do, like, straight up. Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. Ooh. That's it right there. Do you see that? That's so much better than what it was. Now we do the same here. Make sure it's just like roughly the same. Not that much. There we go. Okay, we're gonna go back to the head. And I'm going to make this... how would I want to do this? Kind of like that, maybe? I kind of want his head to like move a little bit. Something like that, maybe? See, the issue is the jump back up. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing with that. Maybe if I just kind of... You know? And I kind of do that slide. I have no idea if this is going to work, by the way. I think it might work better if I do it like this. Like if I do big here. I don't know how those legs are gonna look, honestly. We'll just hope it's for the best. Not like that. There we go. How does this look? Okay, now it fades out too slowly. That's too fast. Down, up. He kind of wiggles a lot here. I'm gonna try and... Yeah, you see that? That's not good. When he goes into the ground there. That's better. Maybe? God, this is so complicated, and for why? Okay. I think the head here is the issue. Yeah, this is the issue. Fix that. Yeah, I shouldn't have done all that with the big curves here. Alright. It's whatever. Okay. And then, just for funnies, I'm gonna do that. And make it like a smooth animation here. Maybe here too, honestly. Hold on, let me see if this looks any decent. How's that? Opinions? I think that works, honestly. Rah! Maybe he kicks back up too much here, actually. And then this, like, I don't like how the body kind of fades in there. Where's the body position? It kind of... Position. The rotation is too... This is not good. Okay. Something like this, maybe? That's much better. Okay. There we go. That looks about right, right? Rah! We're gonna roll with that for now. That took half an hour, but you know, we're gonna roll with it. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all of this stuff. I need to make sure it's all the right files. Which would be not this one, correct? Maybe? Don't mind me, I'm looking at code right now that is just like... Okay, so... I'm looking at the right one. Okay, so we are going to bring up this, and we get to use this now. I hope you can see it. If anyone can't see it, let me know, and I can make it bigger. But this is the code that allows this little guy to, it allows Furley to basically animate in-game. And currently, he has some animations, but not all the ones that we've made. So if I go over to here, right, he's in the game, right, but he doesn't, like, animate exactly the way he should. For example, so he's in his battle animation, but in the current version, he just dies because he's level 10. He doesn't animate when he attacks, right? And the goal for today's stream is to make it so that he does. Anyway, we are gonna go back here. And we're gonna use this example. So I took this example file that's just like, it uses Riolu as a fill-in. And I'm just gonna copy and paste and hope for the best. So we would take like the recoil physical special status, because we made all of those. Copy him, comma, like that. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. And then replace all these with Furley. Ah. Right, and now that should work. And then we need, where is it? Sleep. Just this entire sleep thing. So if I copy, and where do they put it? They put it just like at the bottom. Okay. So we'd comma, tab down, sleep. Just like that. And then get rid of that comma. And then we run this through a JSON checker to make sure I didn't mess anything up royally, which I'm going to do off screen. Just copy the code in here. Says it's valid. Okay. So now what we do is we take the file for this new version, because I did migrate all the files to a new version of the data pack. We are going to go into Minecraft. We're going to go to resource packs. See, currently we're on PSP Cobblemon 2.8.1. That's the version I made before I started streaming. Now, if we go here, we go this. We're going to want 2.8.2. And we're going to pray to God that it doesn't crash the game and my stream when I do this. If everything goes right, it should just load. Seems like it worked. Okay. Question. Come here. He's using his walk animation. That means we did it, because we added a walk animation last time, as opposed to his running animation. And now he walks. But I do want to test this in battle, so I'm going to test it. We're gonna spawn Pokemon Magikarp. We're gonna test against this guy. So, when we fight, when we branch poke, he does his animation! Look at that! This is super cool. I know, right? It's awesome. Now what I'm gonna do is I am going to find... Let's see here. I'm gonna try and get him a special attack. I don't know if he learns it. There's a status. We can check this. We can test this status. We're not gonna evolve him. That's another status. That's a physical. That's a physical. That's okay. I don't think he learns any special moves, but we can just give ourselves one with a special move after we test the status. So the animation we just made, right? We're gonna growl. So it didn't call for the right animation when he did that. Oh, and I took damage as well. Hold on. I wonder if growl is special though. Hold on. Let's try. Well, we'll kill this guy because we kind of messed that up. I wonder if that was in the code or not. Let me. Whoop. Status. No, it seems to be fine in the code. Maybe Growl is just special. I don't know. If it is, that'd be a cool discovery. Because I would not have known. Let's teach this guy. Let's give him growth. Let's give him leaf blade so I can kill things actually. Let's give him agility. And Patrat, you're my next victim. So if I use agility, yeah, he uses a status move. Okay. And then if I use growth as well, he'll probably use his, yep, there's his status animation. And Patrat's trying to protect himself, but you know what? We got that. Let's go. Now we test a few more things. We go into spectator. Set night. Pawn Pokemon Furley. Will he fall asleep? Now, I do notice that his walking cycle is way too slow for the speed he's going, but I don't think I can edit his walk speed without, like, an actual mod file, so I'm not gonna do that. You know what would be an easier way to test sleep, actually? Hold on. Pokemon Watchdog level equals 50. We're just gonna give this guy hypnosis. I did not mean to screenshot. Oh god. Alright. Alright, we're just gonna hypnosis this guy and see if the sleep works. Wait. Oh, it does work. He's not asleep though. Weird. I wonder what went wrong there. Oh, I know what went wrong. I didn't rename the file. Hold on. If I do that, and then that, and then this, and then that. We're just gonna try this again. Doop, 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 doop. Come on, Bedrock. Posers. Okay. Reload again. Reopen OBS. And we spawn in another Furley. I want to go in Spectator to see if he actually does fall asleep, though. Which he might, but he also might not. I don't know how long it would take him to fall asleep. That's the thing. So I don't want to just, like, waste time looking at him when we have other stuff to do. Yeah, let's just... Whoop. Do things the old-fashioned way. Hypnosis. He's not asleep. Weird. Am I dumb? Post type sleep. Q Bedrock sleep. I feel like I'm missing something obvious. Let's see here. Let's use Armourouge as an example. So if he's in battle, that doesn't really work. Because Because I know some mons do fall asleep, and I probably should test this actually as like a control. We'll spawn like a spawn Pokemon Mareep. Oh. If we hypnosis the Mareep. Yeah, the Mareep falls asleep. Maybe what we do is we use Mareep as our reference. So, I have a reference here, not that. Alright, Mareep isn't in my references folder. That's so awesome. Not that. Let's go back to the coding. So, we've got Armourouge here, right? Which, he has a sleep animation, because look, it's right here. Pose type sleep. And it is formatted in the same way here. Pose type sleep, Q bedrock, Armourouge sleep. So presumably, if I were to sleep in Armourouge, it should work. Here he is. Yep. So why does it not work for Furley? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. So, I missed. Okay. That's cool. And I missed again. Awesome. I love watching his animations. Can I land the hit? Thank you. Yeah, he's still like that. I don't understand why that would be the case. Posers. Right here. This is the one we're working with right now. And yeah, sleep, pose type, sleep. Compared to Armourouge, pose type, sleep, sleep. Q bedrock, Q bedrock. And it's at the correct place within the code as well. You got faint, blah, 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 blah. You got when he does his thing, he blinks. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm gonna be honest. Let's look this up. Do. Alright, this is an old... This is a very old guide. Hold on. Yeah. So the sleep animation is a pose, right? Which means that it should be in the poser in the pose section, which is here because it's in the poses. And the pose animation uses Q Bedrock. Yeah, it does. Okay. So why doesn't it work? I don't understand. What if I just reload the pack again? Watch this be because I'm doing something incredibly dumb. I swear. And the animation is correct. It is animation.furley.sleep. I'll tell you what, I'm stumped on this one. I've never done sleep animations, so I don't have anything to reference. You know what? We're gonna try this again. Spawn, come on. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna do that, and we're gonna time set night. And we go into spectator. We'll see if either of them fall asleep. Because I believe Armor Rouge falls asleep when it is dusk out, as do most Mons. We're just gonna see if this works. Because honestly, I got nothing better. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Come on, one of you at least. I don't want to get so far away they despawn. I'm starting to think this isn't a good way to experiment, because neither of them are falling asleep now. Oh wait, no, Armor Rouge fell asleep. Look at him. So, you gonna do your thing, buddy? And I am in spectator mode, so I shouldn't, yeah, I can get as close as I want to Mons without... You gonna fall asleep, buddy? Buddy old pal? Maybe there's something else somewhere else that I need to reference. Maybe in the resolvers or something? I wouldn't know. Do, 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 do. Bedrock Mons. I doubt this is the case, but it could be in resolvers. That's like my only guess. Go to Arma. So here's Armarouge's resolver. Poser, blah, flame, blah, flame, blah. Yeah, there's nothing here about, there's nothing here about, sleeping. There's no way it's in the data, right? Because it's just... It might be in the data, I'm gonna be honest with you. Data files. We're gonna go to species. Bum, bum. Base stats, blah blah blah, catch ratio, shoulder mountable, oh, okay, it is in the data file. I'm stupid. Okay, so what we're gonna have to do is we are going to have to come back to here. We're gonna have to change the data file of Furley. So here's the data file. I think you can see it. Yep. Okay. And then we just have to find behavior this, right here. We're gonna go ahead and add the can't sleep true argument here. And we're just gonna validate the JSON because I don't want my game to crash. JSON is valid. Okay. Now what we do is we reload. Okay, reloaded. I hope to God I don't have to restart the world. Because I don't want my stream to crash like it did last time. I have to restart the world. Okay, cool. That's fine, I guess. Wait, no I don't. I'm just stupid. Okay. I need to put this into the data packs folder. Saves. Data packs. Boom. Wait. Boom. Okay. We're gonna run away. Now we reload. Slash data pack list. Yep, it should be there. So if we were to just spawn in another Furley, and if this doesn't work, I will reload the world, but I'm saving that as a last resort. Okay, yeah, we're gonna reload the world. Okay, that's fine. I hope. Please don't crash the stream. Okay. And if this doesn't work, we restart the client. I missed. Okay. We restart the client. After I triple check. Because, you know. Pack list. Can I open this from here? No, I can't. Okay. Here, species, you. Can sleep, true. Okay. So. We check here. Does the can sleep true happen anywhere else? Can sleep. Behavior. Maybe I'm just stupid. Hold on. Yes, I am stupid. I put it in the swimming. Why? I don't know. So instead what we do is copy that. I think so, right? Maybe? Maybe? Just like one of these, you know? Can't sleep, will sleep on bed, depth normal, light 0 to 4. Yeah. And then we validate the JSON. Okay. Hi, Wandering Trader. Bring this back up. Okay. Reloading. And just for good measure, we reopen the world. Okay. You there, sir. I sent out the wrong mon. Hypnosis. It missed. I love when this happens. I would use like Spore, but he's a grass type, so I can't. I missed again. Man, this game's really keeping us on our toes, isn't it? And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else, we have one sleepy boy. Well, it's a girl, but we have one sleepy furly on our hands. That's all it took, modifying literally everything. And that's something. And now we kill it. Wait, what happens if we kill it while it's sleeping? Oh, okay. Honestly, pretty smooth transition. Anyway, I think we call that a resounding success in terms of what Furley is capable of. I'm pretty happy about that, honestly. Yo, poggers, that's what I'm saying. He's so perfect. Alright, let me make sure all these files are in the right location. So this is the most updated form of the pack. I'm gonna copy it, put it in the folder. Wow, I have so many things open. We're gonna go here, here, here. We're gonna delete this. Okay. Never mind. What we're gonna do is we're gonna rename it to 2.8.2.1. Copy. Paste it there. Boom. And if I reload it, yep, it's 2.8.2.1. Okay. Everything should be working now, and we can continue on to the next Pokemon, which of course is the evolution of Furley. Whee! Yep, we gotta get this guy up to speed next, because to be honest, he can run. That is a thing he can do. Alright. Water. Alright. So. Say hello to Canapine, everybody. He's very nice. He's very green. He's just a bigger Furley, to be honest. He's got 2 horns now. And we're basically gonna do with him the same thing we did for everybody else, or with Furley. Because, to be honest, the blank stare with his jaw clipping into the ground just doesn't do it for me. You know what I mean? So that's what we're gonna do next. Back to this. And here, and get rid of the coding overlay because we don't need that right now. Excuse me. Okay. We're gonna go new tab. We're gonna close that. We are going to open a model. We're gonna go to 2.8.2.1 because I made a new version just in case, just to be safe, you know. Always update to new versions so you don't accidentally like dupe stuff in your copy pastes. Assets, Cobblemon. You don't like jaw moles? Nah. It makes it look, I mean, neat concept, but like, it makes it look bad. Canapine.geo, here he is. And then we're just gonna import a texture for him too. We're just gonna... There he is. And import animations. Here. Okay. Oh, and he's in the sky because, you know, makes perfect sense, you know? Is this because the root pivot point's like way... Okay. You know what? I don't know why he's up there, but we're not going to question it. I'm thinking. Well, the first thing we're going to do, actually, we're going to make sure we don't make the same mistake twice. Okay, so we're going to go to here. Data, Cobblemon, species, custom. We're going to go to this guy. Nope. Okay. I'm going to close that. We are going to grab Furley as well. And we're just going to copy and paste this entire resting thing into Canopines. There we go. Validate the JSON. Yay! Okay. There we go. So now he will sleep when we want him to sleep. Go to sleep. That's outrage. Okay. I just realized I didn't show that on stream, but you didn't miss much. So we're gonna do a few things first of all. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna fix. So we got his idle animation. We got walking. This should be running though, honestly. Like, come on, man. We got fainting. That's fine. We get his blink. This blink is what Furley should have been to begin with. We got his battle idle. Which, yeah, his head is a little too down low for my taste. So we're just gonna take his head. Torso, head. And we're just gonna... Not that. We're gonna... And I would rotate it up a little bit, but look at what they did to my poor... Hold on, where is everything? Hello? There it is. Look at what they did to my poor sine wave. They turned it into a bunch of linear points, and I don't want to mess with that. Although I could. I guess, yeah, I guess that is what we're here for. Get rid of all this. How dare you do this to my Bezier curves? And we're just gonna re-Bezierify them. And pray to God that this lump here cooperates. Like that. Except I want to make it less. There we go. Now his head's just kind of... It's not like... You see what I mean? It's not going below his feet anymore. This, though, this could use some... If I just kind of... No. That works. Okay. We roll with it. You know what they say, less is more. At least with this animation. Maybe not all of them, but yes. Alright, now what do we need? We need... Let me look at my spreadsheet. We are going to rename this one to Ground Run. I think that's what it's called, right? Ground Run. Okay, yes. New animation. Ground _ walk. And it is a loop. Okay. So I will preface by saying I don't know how to make things have a running animation. It's probably in the data files, if I had to guess. Bum, 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 bum. I'm not seeing a run field. Oh well, we'll figure it out at some point. When they, you know, document it. Ow. Okay, so next we go back to block match. Okay. We're gonna do kind of the same thing we did for Furley with this, which is we're gonna grab the leg. And we are gonna make 4 keyframes for it. I'm going to do 1. Oh, but we're also going to do that so the Z fighting doesn't happen. Okay. Oops, okay. We're gonna go up, forward a half, down, like that, so it's boom, like that, and then we kind of just busy air it to victory. Kind of like that. And obviously we can speed it up, but something like that. I like how tiny his legs are compared to his body. It's funny. Now just for the rotation. When it gets to here, we're gonna say it'll be like that kind of rotation. And then it goes flat. And then to there. So he's kind of treading it up, you know? I don't know if this is really necessary. We're gonna tilt that forward a little bit. We're gonna make this 0. There we go. Okay, now we busy this. And make it not like a jank festival. Because this is kind of, yeah, yikes, you know? Now I speed it up. Whoop. We just squish it all together a little. Like that. And then we fix the busier lines. Again. Because they do be getting messed up. There we go. I don't like how it stays at the back for that long. That kind of works. For the torso, we're just gonna kind of... We're gonna go... What's a simple up and down motion, you know? Smooth? Like that, yeah. And now we take this and we go to the other leg. This one. And we move it ahead by that much. And then we copy that, paste it here. And then we fix... Oh my god, okay. We create a keyframe here, first of all. And then we fix the keyframes from that. Click here, click here. And then we just kind of make it not terrible looking. That works. I don't know what's up with this. He'd be treading water now. Alright, now the back legs are going to be difficult. Because they are a whole nother pair of ham sandwiches. How do they even... Okay, we're just gonna start with this leg. And we are gonna just clear everything, actually. Alright. So it goes for... Nope, not that. It'll go forward. Yeah. I think it'll start here. It'll go up. Nope. It'll go back down and then out. And I think that kind of motion is going to work just fine. You know? But not with the smooth animation, because that looks goofy. We're gonna use Bezier. Man's a worst friend, honestly. Good enough. Now we put that on right leg as well, except we take this point, at this point we just kind of flip them. Whoop. Whoop. And then we fix this because that's not right. Just kind of like that. You know? Now that's it for those. But now we gotta do their lower leg as well. So the lower leg, we'll do left leg first because it's here. So it goes forward. So it needs to be like at this angle. We'll move it up as well. Oh, the Z fighting. Oh, the poor Z fighting. Oh no. What is this? This is just on all the animations. Do I really want to fix it though? Chat, do I want to fix the Z fighting? I don't think I want to fix the Z fighting. We're gonna move it to like there. And then it goes down. Step down. Like that. You're playing a game of Void Breaker that ups your sprint speed based on your FOV. Huh? How does that... So do you just like set your FOV to like 200? Or is it faster the lower it goes? Either way, that's such a weird mechanic. Maybe I don't do that so much. Maybe it's like more of that, and then it returns to base position there. There we go. Look at that. It's faster the higher it goes. Think of speed potion, FOV. You know what? I should have just assumed, honestly. That's so weird. It's like, let me modify the rate at which I accelerate based on my game settings. It's like Sonic Frontiers. Alright, time to fix this. Everybody's favorite part. That works. This kind of works. Now it works. Now, take this, bring it to right leg 2. Boom. Bring it to there. I'm actually gonna... There we go. For my own sanity, I'm gonna do that. Then we do that. Cut that. Put that there. Put this there. Boom. Fix the lines. That line does not need fixing. That line does not need fixing. Alright, look at that, look at that. Now we just go back to here. Where's my, hello? Oh, it's torso, okay. Oh god, okay. I'm also gonna do a little something called hating myself. We're gonna do that. Whoop, whoop. Honestly? I'd run it. It remains to be seen if I'm gonna need to put him in the sky for this, but we can test that with the next... we can test that by just, just literally putting him in game like this. One of these, like that. Busier. That ain't right. Fixed. He walks. Just like that, and then he runs, and then he walks. So if this is the correct... Okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna test. We're gonna test to see if this buddy old pal needs his height adjusted. So we're gonna go here, we're gonna go here, we're gonna do this, whoop, yep. This one, we're gonna not do that, we're gonna do that. And we're gonna see if he needs height adjustment, and it's lagging. Okay. So if he runs, does he shrink? Yes. Okay. So he's swimming now. And this is a common problem that I encountered when making the pack originally. And it all had to do with pivot points and like the model's universal pivot point. which for some of the models I was too lazy to fix and ended up just moving their animations higher up. Which actually is probably the case for most of the models now that I think about it. I don't know why it wasn't the case for... Oh yeah, because Furley... This is goofy, I know. Because Furley, he was like... when I first did it, it was like, oh, I should move all the animations back to where they should be. So I did, and I fixed the pivot point. But for the other ones, it was just like, oh... I can just move the pivot point so that the animations appear level with the ground instead of moving the animations back down like I should. So, that's the situation I found myself in. Hello. And now we have swimming rhino. So, in order to fix that, it's easy. We just do this. We go to the resource packs folder. We reinstall the old version. Crap. And then we get rid of this. We get rid of that. Close that. Close that. Now it's back to normal. Yep, okay. Because I'm going to go ahead and edit this a little more in Blockbench. We're just going to figure out how high up this is. And we're just going to take the root and we're going to move it up. Okay, question. When I take this, where the heck is... Okay, the body, it's 9. And this, the root is 8. So just one more. There we go. And we copy. Or we don't even need to copy. We just do that. And then we simply put it back. Whoop. I'm reloading the resource pack right now. Yep, yep. Oh. Okay, so we still have the issue. I'm thinking, maybe we don't move the root. Maybe we don't move the root so much. Maybe we don't move the root so much. Okay. Good. It's crazy that I'm forgetting how to do all this. We move this up 9. Save is the thing. Yep, that's the right one. Okay. Sorry, trying not to dox myself with file directories. Okay, not what I meant to do. Yoop, yoop. Try again. Back to Minecraft. Swim for me. Okay, so you don't move the root. Okay, good to know. If you move the root, bad things occur. Now he walks. And the running animation is saved for later. This is so neat. Okay, now we do the other things. We close out of Minecraft for a while, and we just kind of work in Blockbench. Okay. We need, what do we need? We need a sleep. We need, hold on, let me spreadsheet. we get that. We need a sleep. We need the 3 types of attacks, and we need recoil. Should be simple enough. For the sleep animation, excuse me. Oh god. Okay. For the sleep animation, I think we're going to do that one first. We're going to loop it. And we're going to, first of all, we're going to move the body up 9 last, I think. That's what's going to happen. We're going to move the torso to the ground, basically. Like that. He's going to be on the ground. And the legs in the back look goofy, but it'll make sense in a bit. Because they are going to be rotated. I don't know how anatomy works, I'm going to be honest with you, but it's going to be something like this. Oh, and the Z fighting's atrocious. We're going to fix the Z fighting just by doing that. Not that. I'm just kind of... See what I mean? It kind of just like... Just like that. And we'll do the same thing for the other side by copying. We get 5.6 and 0.3. 5 by 6. 0.3. Right? No, it's positive 0.3. Like that. And then we rotate by 60. Like, oop, like that. That's negative 5.6. Don't know why. Hello? Why is that different? Do you see what I'm seeing right now? Other than this thing's behind. Tell me why this isn't this ain't mathing correctly. Now I could just do that and like flub everything. See, now that looks correct. Don't ask me why. Yeah, well, that is on screen, but that's not what I'm focusing on, or at least trying to. I was saying his glutes were not, they were not aligned per se. 52.5. 52.5. 0.13. Nope. Oh yeah, because I had to do that. Okay. Can I rotate this without it looking horrible? Nope. Okay. You know what I forgot to do on the walk animation? His tail. Of course. We're just gonna do a simple like that. Like that. Like that. And we're just gonna make it smooth, honestly. There we go. Ah! You sleep? Yeah, okay. Right there. Now for his front. We're just gonna point one that. Just move it up like that. Same for this one. .5. 0.6. Like that. Oh yeah, okay. We're just gonna make that 4.5, and then we moved it forward by 1. There we go. So he's kind of just like sit chilling. We're gonna do 7 point. No, we're gonna do 12.5, and then 10. 12.5 and then 10. Like that. 10. There we go. Now for his head. We kind of just move it down a little bit. Maybe tilt it to the side. Nope, we do that. Both of those are combos for just evil numbers. Oh wait, no it's not. Maybe his mouth's open a little bit. No, his jaw is in the ground now. Okay, so that's bad. Okay, now it's not in the ground as much. There we go. That's better, I think. Right. That's like basically there. And now you get his eyes. Whoop. Oh. There we go. He's sleeping. We'll do 3 seconds for this sleep animation, and then here, we'll take his torso. We'll do 3. Go down 3 here. And then, oops. We'll go back to the starting position. Whoop. Whoop. And then with his head, I don't know why I did the eyelids. Get those out of here. Mouth, whatever. We'll just clear this. Okay, his head. We'll do like that's like basic. There is no like direct in between here, so I'm just gonna do that. And I'm gonna flip these two around. And we make them busier because we hate ourselves. Just so he's got some room to breathe like that. Ta-da! Just like that, we have a sleep animation. Look at him! He's so cute. Oh, and then of course, how could I forget? We have to do this. Whoop, whoop. My people need me. We gotta do that. Sleep. Sleep. And then if you look at him from the front, he looks like he's a gremlin. Alright, that was easy. And then for his evolution, it's literally going to be the same thing. Alright, now what? We gotta do his 3 attacks, don't we? Okay. Gosh, this is so weird for me. I don't know why. He's too angled down, I think, is my issue, but it's whatever. You know, that's actually an easy fix now that I'm looking at it. Wow. Wouldn't you believe it? A bot. Say hello to the band room. Give me 1 second. Ooh. There we go. Bye-bye. Alright. Where was I? I was moving his torso higher up. By like a half. And then... Oh, and then I was also... What the heck? Hello? Am I dumb? Hold on. I might be an idiot. Hold on. Okay, I just undid a bunch of random stuff. That's what happened. My bad. We're gonna do that, and then with his 2 legs. Why does it do that? Hello? What is happening here? Oh, I see what's happening here. Okay, it's just being dumb because of the stupid Beziers. I love Bezier curves. I love when it undoes them whenever I close the program. Why did I even do that? Okay. I think it was like this. No. Why is... Okay, I don't understand why that's happening. Hello? Okay. I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna be honest. Just bring it back to what it was. I'm not gonna mess with it, okay? I'm not gonna mess with it. I promise. This animation is cursed. Physical. Wow, I spelled that wrong. Ignore my spelling. Okay, physical, play once. Put it there. Take battle idle. Whoop. We're just going to bring up everything. We're gonna grab the first little key point. Physical. Boom. And now we do special. Boom. And we do status. Boom. Are there any I'm forgetting? It was just those, right? Special. That. What? Special. There's physical, special, status, sleep, walk. I think that was everything. I have an idea for the status. So I'm gonna do that one first, I think. And it's literally just like... I'm gonna zoom in for this actually, because it's gonna be kind of... No. Hello? What happened? Okay. He's just gonna shake a little bit. Busier. Can I make this smooth? Kind of. Can kind of make it smooth. Okay, now I'm just gonna torso. Leg 1, leg 2. And then I just reverse. Like that. And then obviously there's gonna have to be more than that. Oh, cause yeah. Yeah. Ouch. Okay. Time to do this the manual way. Great. 1, 2. Like that. Like that. And then be busier. Look at that. It's time you depart. Have a fun rest of the stream. Okay, Sasquatch. I will try my best. I hope you have a good day too. Then we go here. Okay. We're just gonna do that. Yeah. Now we just have to make it so that smooth. What happens if I do that for this too? Oh god, nope. Okay. That, copy here. Shake. We're just gonna do that too. He's also gonna close his mouth, I think. Okay, that works. And then his head. Just kind of like that. Shake. You know? I do 12.5 here. 12.5. I wonder if I can split this into 5 equal. I can't? Okay. I'll just do it like that then. Make them smooth. And then we'll edit this as well. Yeah. Oops. Okay, there we go. Ah! I keep doing that. Now, all that's left to do is make him close his eyes. Eyelids. He just kind of, you know? And then we take his other eyelid. This one. Ah! Like that. Now, am I crazy or did I see Z fighting? I'm crazy. I'm looking at something. There we go. There's his status. It's that easy. Okay, now. Does his tail move in the sleep? No, but I'm going to make it move in the sleep. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Tail. Stop that. There we go. Like there, and now we smoothen it. We're gonna smoothen this too. I don't know why that's not smooth animation. There we go. Okay. Now we do the what do we do next? We do, I guess, physical attack. So for physical attack, what he does, right, is he's going to lower his head. Kinda. That's not what I want. Where's his head? He's gonna lower his head, right? And then boost forward, like... not like that. Like that much. So... oh god, okay. Pew! Kind of like that. So lower body, I think, is step one. Dot 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 dot. any boosts. And I think I want the body to like angle up a little bit. So it goes. Kind of like that. So it goes. And then when his body comes back down, you know? Something like that. And I'm gonna do the same for the back legs. Let's just set these rotations. Okay. Like here. I'll do 51 and a half. 51.25. Really? Yeah, these back legs are not... They ain't regular. Something's wrong with them. I think their pivot points are different. Hold on. Why would that be? Left leg. Yeah, they're totally different. Okay, well. Found the problem. Is that correct? That's correct. Okay. That doesn't mess anything up, does it? Not really. At least they look normal. And then we're gonna lunge. Yeah, 48.75. Yeah, you can tell that one's higher than the other. Oh well, whatever. Okay. And tell you what, we're just gonna go ahead and Bezier this as it is right now. Yeah. Except the body. Like that. Something like that. Maybe I do something called copying this, putting it here. Jumps. Whoop, whoop. You know? That works. Okay. We'll do left leg and the right leg next. $17.5. Like that. Jump. There we go. Why is that? There we go. Jump back. Maybe this can be a little bit more. Good 19 maybe? Like there. The torso can like that. Jump forward, jump back. Okay, so the body slides too much to begin with. What if I make this linear? Nope. Smooth? Nope. Bezier. What if I just flatten this like that? That works, honestly. Jumps forward, jumps back. You see? Except this needs to be like that. Now we just need leg 1 and leg 2. And then in the middle here, we just kind of 22.5. Jump. Now we need his head. Here's his head. Something like this. It kind of resolves itself. Something like that. What if I make this smooth? That works. Okay. And I want the body to kind of also do that, you know what I mean? Kind of just, yeah. God, it's so weird though, how it works. Okay. Oh, but it doesn't resolve at the right spot. Uh-oh, okay. Well... Whoop. And then we're gonna do blinkies now, which is fun, because blinkies are easy. Like here, he closes his eyes. Whoop. Right. Whoop. And now we do the same for the other eye. Boop. Boop. There we go. Now, I do want to make the torso kind of... You know? Kinda... only go up 4. That works. Okay. Boom. Boom. And then this probably needs fixing because it's weird. Does it need fixing? Yes, okay. Okay, that's not right though. That is right. Yeah, we're just gonna make this a little bit funny by just... There we go. And for his tail, we're just gonna keep it swaying. We're gonna make it do less. And then, oh, and then like that much. Nope. And then that much. And then back down. Okay, yeah. Oh. Like this. That works. Okay. Can we call this done for now? Maybe. I kind of want to do something with his mouth, though. Where's his mouth? Mouth. That works, honestly. He jumps forward, comes back. That works. Okay. I think we call this one done. Honestly, it works. And I like it. Boom. Time for the last one, the special attack. So, in terms of the special attack, we are going to go... His torso is going to go up. And then back down. Hello. Whoop. It's going to go down like that much. And then back to normal. Because he's going to go... Rah! Up. Down. Like that. And then I'm back to normal. See? Alright. Torso. We're not gonna do smooth. Smooth animation is not how we're gonna do this. Like that. He's just gonna kind of roar. this. Yeah. Mouth closed. All the way open. And then back closed. Oops. Select all those, Bezier. Like that. There we go. Now we just gotta do like a head shaky maybe. I kind of want him to like go up more. Like that. And then we do some head shakies. Oops. Not like that though. Oh god. We are going to go ahead and make these smooth. So he goes, "Mah," you know? We're gonna do torso. We're gonna move that like that. And the head as well. We're gonna do that. And then we are going to... God, I don't remember. We're gonna do the legs. God, I'm so scrambled in my brain right now. I don't know why. Like that, and then back up. And I could probably copy and paste this for the leg one. So, hello, leg one. Up, down. We're just gonna... like that. Copy, paste. And then we just gotta do the position, and it'll be fine. That works for that. And then it goes up by like that much. And we smoothen it. Do we smoothen it? No. This needs to be up like that much more. Yeah. And then copy it to over here. Bezier. Like that. Like that. Like that. Yeah. Okay. Position. Like that. Now it's time for the tail. Five in the other direction. And we just make this all smooth, honestly. And I'm gonna take the main. Like here. Three. Like that. Okay, maybe not that much. Like that much. Okay. Go here, here, here. There we go. Special attack. And I kind of want to make the head go up a little bit. Like here, kind of like whoop. Smooth. I like that. Whoop. Just so his jaw doesn't go like into the floor. Wanted to move his head up. Okay, I think that should be everything. Yell. Dash. Status. Okay. Time to add this stuff in as code. We're gonna bring up the coding overlay. Hi, coding overlay. Whoop. What happened to the coding overlay? Hello? There it is. Okay. I was like, what happened? Alrighty. Now we go to... What do we go to? Well, I guess we can open up this assets, blah 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 blah. We just need the poser, honestly. We need this and we need this. Okay, so Furlies, we need to add. We need to take all this stuff from Furly. We need recoil. Oh, we didn't add recoil. Hold on. Okay, yeah, we need to do that actually. Oops. We're gonna do recoil. Um, play once, yeah. Okay, so, as we learned from Armor Rouge, if we go to recoil, where is it? Where is it? Recoil, we open all the things. It's literally just... boop. Where did it go? Where's the things? Hello? There they are. Okay. It's literally just, the same thing twice, but the second one is, it's literally 2 different key points. Right? So the first one, we're gonna do the torso. We're gonna go down that much. We're gonna go up that much. Alright. Hold on. Let me find his actual head. Right? Or is it his... I don't even remember what I looked at. His, like, this. Yeah, something like this. I don't even remember, dude. Where's Furley when you need him? Hello, Furley. Whoop, whoop. Recoil. Open all your things. Not your eyelids, your head. Yeah, it's literally just one thing. Okay, yeah, I remember now. And how long is it? It's 1 second. So you go here. You go torso. Yes, okay. I remember. It's coming back to me now. You do torso here. And then you do it right before, like here. And then you do it at 0.5, but 0.5 is like... 0.5 is base. And then so are the other 2? Question mark? Yes, okay. Right before 1. Okay. Boop. Hello. Boop. No. Boop. Boop, boop. Look how easy this is. Boom, boom, boom. Just like that. And then these middle 3 are smooth. I think, right? Nope, not Squirtle. Nope, only one of them. This one's smooth, the rest are not. Maybe. He takes damage. Ow. Ow. I want blinkies though. Whoop. Just steal these. There's his recoil. Ow. Ow. Alright. Now that the recoil is taken care of, we can finally go over here. Yay! Okay. Take the things from Furley. Bring them over this way. Boom. We need to add the sleep as well. Boom. Boom. Nope. Boom. Validate JSON file. Validate. Yes, okay, but we need to rename all these. There we go. I know there's a faster way to... Excuse me. I know there's a faster way to do this, but... It's not gonna take that much longer if I just do it like this. Nope, that's not... Yes, let me replace Furley with Furley. That will surely make it work. Surely Furley. Alright, so let me check off the checklist. We got that one, that one, that one, that one. We got recoil as well. I do eventually want to add quirks to the Pokemon, but I don't know anything about that yet, and I don't know what I even would animate as the quirks, so I'm gonna leave that alone for now. In the meantime, I got all this sorted out, and it is in... Okay. So, what we do now is we take this, whoop, we delete that, we take this, I think, right? No. Saves. Data banks. Data. It's this one, correct? Yes, okay, so. We're gonna copy that, we're gonna bring it back to here. Species, blah 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 blah, delete it. Yes, and then this is gonna be like, it's not in or something. Am I insane? Hello? This should be telling me an error message. Behavior, can't sleep, true, blah blah blah. Okay, whatever, I don't care. If you're gonna tell me that I'm doing things right, then I must be doing things right. Okay. That should work. Now, that data pack should be fine. I don't want to worry about it. Now, this is what we need. So I'm gonna hop over to Minecraft. Alright. And we, from here, are going to... God, my brain lags so much when I'm doing this stuff, I swear. We're gonna click and drag. Where's my Minecraft? Here it is. This into here. Boop. 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 And we don't screenshot, we reload. Okay. It's lagging? Okay. Boom. When he follows me, he walks. That's check number one. When he's in battle, he still kind of goes into the ground a little bit. What if I Leaf Blade? He does the thing. Look at that. Ow. What if I growl? Oh, he has Roost. Okay. What about Growth? Ow. Leaf Blade. And now the ultimate test. Does he fall asleep? Alright. Hypnosis. That's such a goofy quick attack animation, but it's funny. I missed. Okay. Well, I didn't want to test this anyway. You know, I really don't want to test this, you know? Oh my god. Okay. Hypnosis. Dude, you're joking. Please. It's like I'm playing an actual Pokemon game right now. There we go. And would you look at that? Okay. This is when we run away and we heal our mons at the healer that I placed on somewhere. That probably broke. Yoop, yoop. Boop, boop. Reload. And for good measure, why don't we just kinda... Boop. Wow, he's ready to evolve. No way. I did not mean to punch you. Come on, man. Give me my Watchog. Hypnosis. And dude. Oh my god. This is getting ridiculous. Please just land. Dude. Please land one single hypnosis. Brother, you're joking. It has been 5 turns. Just land a single thing. Oh my god. There. Okay, well, it worked. That's something. God. Well, he went swimming again. There's an easy way. There's an easy. It's easy to fix this. It's easy to fix this. Back to block bench. Okay. Go to sleep. Yeah. How did I not think to do this? 9 blocks. There we go. And it's in that. So we must replace the resource pack. Boop. And boop. And boop, boop. Boop, boop. The way I do this is so scuffed. Reload resource pack. Rise. Oh. Rise. Oh, he moves. Okay, there we go. He's sleeping! Yay! 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 Kill him! He got up just to fall down again. Alright, well that's 2 fully implemented mons though. Look at this. Give Pokemon really level equals 10. Ta-da! That's not what I wanted to do. Time set night. Game rule. Dodd. True. Spectator. Tick. Sprint. 60 seconds. Sleep. I command you to sleep. Wow, it's already done. Sleep! The Wooloo behind you is having a tantrum, and you two are just standing there. Maybe the caught ones don't sleep. Alright. Spawn Pokemon Furley. Spawn Pokemon again. There we go. I'm set night. Spectator. Sprint the game. Wee! Wee! He sleeps. This guy's too cool to sleep, though. Check this guy out. Oh, never mind. He went to bed. There he is. Isn't that just the coolest? And Furley despawned, but that's fine. Dude, this is so sick. And then you go near him and he wakes up instantly. Alright, well, this is basically exactly everything that I wanted to get done today, so that's actually really cool. Oh my god, okay. And we'll kill him just for good measure. Armor cannon. The quick attack still looks goofy. There he goes. Alright, well, I believe that is going to be it for today's stream, which is very cool because we got so much done today, and I think, oh, hi. Dude, you just missed all the best stuff. Hold on, I'll showcase it one more time because you came here. So, here's what we got, okay? Time, set, noon, game rule. You know what? I'm not even gonna game rule it. We do spawn Pokemon Furley, and we fight with this Canopine. First of all, battle animations already exist, right? But now we can attack, and we can equals 50. Okay. And we can grow. And he'll animate. And he'll use sword stance. And then we growl. And he yells. And then he attacks. And then I use Leaf Blade. And it hurts him, but not a lot. And then he attacks me. And I flinch. That was such a weird, and then he dies. And then, whoa, right? And then you go spawn Pokemon Furley, spawn Pokemon Canopine, and then you tick sprint 60 seconds. And they'll walk around, right? Where'd Furley go? He's over there. Canopine's, they're separating. Why? Sprint again. Furley is just gone now. Okay, cool. Sprint again. Again. There he is. He goes to sleep. And he sleeps. And then I can spawn. Furley. Right? Isn't it awesome? And then I did not mean to spawn two of them, but that works. And then Furley sleeps too. He kind of just stands there dozing. And that's what we did today. We made it so that it took a lot of trouble because I didn't realize that you had to edit data files. But once I figured that out, it was pretty smooth sailing, I would say. And now we have some sleepy horses and rhinos in the game. And that's about it. So I was going to call it there because that was all I had on my to-do list for today. But next stream we're going to do the final evolution of these guys. And it's going to be very fun. and very time consuming because he has the most complicated model out of the three. And I hope to see people there, you know? I'm just gonna go back over here and I'm gonna enlarge myself. Whoosh. Yay! Hell yeah, I will be at work. You know what? That's fair. But you know what? It's okay. I will still be here. And hopefully for longer than today. Because today actually, we got stuff done a lot faster than I thought we would. Because, actually, I don't know why. Because we animated more stuff today than we did last week. So, it's actually pretty cool. But anyway, to anybody who's maybe here, if you enjoy what I do and you're on YouTube, you should probably like and subscribe. And if you're on Twitch, you should follow. I just hit my microphone, my bad. And I would really appreciate it if you guys did those things. Thank you very much for being here. Once the stream ends, it'll be available as a VOD on my YouTube channel, which should be linked on my Twitch. If it's not, I'll fix that after stream. But, yeah. Thank you everybody who came by. And I might stream on Friday, but I'm not sure. But, yeah, if not, it'll just be next Monday, same time as today. Bye-bye.